1990 that came out. The band was from Birmingham, and it was the Fine, not the Five Young Cannibals, the Fine Young Cannibals, and that was Good Thing from the album called The Raw and the Cooked. It's 12 minutes past 8 o'clock, PCR FM, broadcasting live on a Sunday. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Chris King Robinson Band. Sitting here in the studio at the moment, we've got Chris King Robinson himself. Hello, Chris.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm fine. We've got Nig Turner, who's the bass man. Hello, Nig.
Pleased to meet you.
Come all the way from Ely tonight.
Indeed.
A man with commitment. I like that.
Across them dark, mysterious fens.
Yes, it's lovely at this time of the night, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's scenic, not really scenic at the best of times, is it, coming across the fence? So. And we've got Tom Relihan, who is the drummer.
I sure am.
Right, Chris.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome along as well. And you've actually sort of organised all this tonight, haven't you? Emailing me and everything else. Right. Chris, you obviously started a band. When was it you started the band?
We're going on to our 4th year of being a band now, yeah.
Right, so we're going back to, 2013, if my maths is correct, is that right?
About late 2013 it was, yeah.
Yes, it was actually, yeah. I was obviously playing for years before that, and then... we started the band about 4 years ago now.
Are these two characters members of the original band, or is it completely different now?
No, we're original members.
That's right.
You are, but you had a different drummer at that time, did you?
No, we actually did have Tom from the start. Mm-hmm. Tom from the start, and he took a bit of a year out last year, and now he's back, and yeah. And
it's always been 3-piece band, is it, or have you had 4?
Oh yeah, we did have a keyboard player.
I was going to say you had a
right.
keyboard player, yeah.
That's right, yeah, and he's sort of resigned his duties at the moment to work full time, and he's other commitments.
And how would you describe your? I mean, we're going to hear a couple of tracks from an EP that you released last year, but how would you describe your music basically?
We'd like to think it's sort of a funky, fresh take on blues. It's not necessarily your old Chicago blues or anything like that. It's something really sort of unheard before, but with the elements of the stuff we love from years back.
Do you write all your own stuff?
Yes, we have a lot of original stuff, sort of like a 40-60 split, so about 40% original stuff, 60% covers live.
What sort of people are you covering?
Oh, some of our favourite artists, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, and just all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Because you were saying earlier on, I actually started to show off, not intentionally because you were here, but I started off with Dire Straits, and you're quite a big fan, especially you, Tom.
I'm a big Knopfler fan.
Yeah, me too.
Seen him 4 times. So.
He makes the guitar talk, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
He's great. Okay, so we'll play a couple of tracks from this EP which you released last year, which is called She's Got 9 Lives. Now, I know you want to release or record a full album, and we're going to talk about that after we've heard a track from here. This is track 7. It's called, what is it called, Chris?
She's Got 9 Lives.
Okay, let's listen to that. There you go, it's the Chris King Robinson Band and the title track from the EP they released last year called She's Got 9 Lives. So where did you actually record that?
We recorded it in stages in a couple of home studios. Chris did some guitar work on his computer, and then it was all mixed in a home studio. So there is a little bit of a paper trail of different places where it came together.
But the production values on that, I think, are quite high, actually.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
It's amazing.
I would say that, wouldn't I? Sorry.
Hang on, can I hear that sound of a trumpet? Blowing it yourself.
No, but honestly, we are the most, as you know, musicians are always so critical of their own work.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we knew, and Chris was really, we listened to it on all different platforms, home hi-fis, phones, cheap ghetto blasters, so that we could try and get something which was radio friendly and could be played across all platforms and sound good no matter how you listen to it.
Well, it sounded pretty darn good to me.
Oh, thank you.
Now, you want to move on to do a full LP, don't you? Or
That's
a full
right,
album, call it what you like these days. How many tracks? I mean, that had 7 on that EP now, so what are we talking about, 13 or 14?
Yeah, about 13 tracks. What the idea is, we've had some interest from some pretty high up people, and what they've said to us is we need to have an actual full album before they're actually interested in talking.
Are we talking
properly
about producers or record labels?
We're talking about the whole lot. We're talking about agencies, we're talking about record labels, and we're talking about promoters. And unless you have got everything in place, because of the way the industry has changed, they won't take a punt on you.
It's a chicken and egg, isn't it, really?
It is, very much so.
Now, you're going down an interesting route, one that I hadn't heard of before, something called Indiegogo, which apparently, from what I can understand, and you can explain this obviously more, is where you're asking your own fans to get involved with trying to help produce this new album. Is that right?
That's right. Crowdfunding is becoming increasingly popular. And
like in computer games. There's a lot of that in computer games, isn't there?
I think
If you look on crowdfunding pages, there's everything from people wanting to build a new kitchen tap to somebody wanting to produce a full-blown Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
There is everything on there. It's astonishing.
Yeah, so, sorry, Chris, go on.
That's
so
right,
you've
no,
got crowdfunding, yeah. So why would people want to crowdfund a band, for example?
Nowadays, it's virtually impossible to get the funding through labels, and even if you do get funding through labels, it's you sort of have to repay that money back, and it gets really messy, and you don't have the rights and the control over your own music, really.
Right.
We've got very strict views on what we want to put out to our fans, and that, and Indiegogo and crowdfunding in general is just a really great way to get people that like our music involved with the actual creative process, because they can get behind and actually be a part of every step from the first, this stage of the Indiegogo campaign all the way up to when we actually release it out into the world.
So this money, assuming that you start getting contributions in from your fans, where's that going to go towards? The studio time?
It is basically, we've costed out a break even, so it's to pay for the studio, to get to the studio, the producer, the engineers, and nothing else. That's all.
And this studio, is that right? You're thinking about trying to go to America or the Caribbean?
To
or
Los
something?
Angeles, that's right.
Why? What's wrong with studios over here?
That's a good question. We've found an absolute gem of a producer who is based in LA, and he's one of my favourite guitarists and producers alive, and he's actually willing to invest all of his efforts into this project with us.
Right.
And he's invited us over to LA, so that's the whole reason, really. That's how we're going to LA.
And also, he's willing to invest his time and energy for nothing, basically, for a point system on sales and no upfront fees.
All right. So it's a bit like the sort of solicitors. If you're successful, you'll get his cut.
No win, no fee.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect, yeah, exactly.
And I'm noticing on your website, you're mentioning VIP LA Studio Pass. What does that mean?
Well, anyone that fancies clicking on the for that perk, they can come and spend a whole day with us and actually watch the album.
Yeah, the process of being in the
In
studio.
LA?
That's right.
LA.
Yeah.
And how would they get with it? Presumably they'd have to find their own way there, would they?
They would.
Yeah, we've tried to price it accordingly with that. I mean, a lot of other bands have offered a similar thing, and they've offered a much less keen price than us.
Right, now you've got a Buddy Guy signed guitar, which I think is fairly self-explanatory, but then you've got play on the album. Now, I can't play any instrument. Say I wanted to play on the album, what would I do, a triangle or something?
We've put a very strict clause in there saying for confident players, I think the idea is people would ideally want to play on it if they feel like they can add something to it.
Right.
And I think we've even had one or two takers on that as well.
We have, yes.
Right.
Two very good players have actually clicked on, yeah. And there's one space left, so there's only one space left there. So,
right.
Yeah.
And of course you've got the usual sort of stuff, merchandise like signed vinyls, CDs, T-shirts,
right.
that sort of thing as well. So if people were interested and thought, oh yeah, I like this sound of music and I want to get involved with the Chris King Robinson Band and help them get their debut out, how would they go about it?
Probably the easiest way is to go to our website, chriskingrobinson.com.
Yep.
And from there, it's sort of plastered all over the site.
Yep.
Can't really miss it. And just click on the Indiegogo link, and there's sort of something for everyone there, whether they want to just give us, a $5, the price of a coffee, or they want to buy the Buddy Guy signed guitar. It's all there for someone that's interested.
Also, if people want to pop along to the PCRFM Facebook page, I put a post up there earlier this evening, and there is a direct link to your website.
Well, thank you very much.
As well. Okay, we're going to play one more song by yourself, and then we're going to have a quick chat about your recent European tour. Now, the song that you've chosen tonight, I said, out of the 7 songs that are on your EP, which one would fit into the sort of soft rock format, and what was it you suggested?
I Know You Want Me Tonight.
Okay, let's hear that. There you go. That's I Know You Want Me Tonight, and that was just, I'll just saying to the lads here, that would fit in lovely to my chill out zone, and I shall give you a quick plug for that. That comes up tonight between 10 o'clock and 11. Right, now, the Chris King Robinson Band, you've just finished it's been a successful European tour?
Yeah, big time.
Whereabouts did you
well, we went to Poland, all over Poland, the best blues clubs in Poland, and we went about like France and Belgium. We played in whereabouts did we play in Belgium? We played
Brussels.
Brussels, yeah. So
how does a band, locally based bands such as yourselves, how do you organise a European? I can understand maybe a UK tour, but how do you organise a European tour like that?
It's more of a sort of not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah,
so
right.
it's just knowing people. We have played that place in Brussels. We played there last year.
Yeah,
as well as playing. We played Amsterdam, and we played more in Holland as well.
That's right.
So we have been all around the place really, but it is just knowing people, and Chris is a bit of a blagger as well. So
it takes a lot of work to get all the tours to align, but it's like Tom says, it is sort of just putting yourself out there and building up the contacts, and
I suppose social media helps as well, doesn't it? Yeah, because word of mouth spreads it as well.
Definitely.
Any funny things that happen that you can broadcast live on air?
Well, we're always in like the same van or whatever, like for just hours, and
I bet that's lovely in there. I bet the atmosphere's lovely in there. Yeah.
Go on, lads.
The smell's good.
That's what I was saying, but I was being polite. Yeah. But I bet it helps with the old bonding, though, does it?
Well, I'll tell you what, you pretty much work out whether you get on with people.
I was going to say that.
This is it, absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's so true.
Is it true what they say that a lot of bands are broken up because of the problems that they have on the road?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's just drummers,
Because they get sick.
It's always the drummers.
Poor old Tom.
It's always me.
Yeah, you're either thick as thieves or and so it's the band versus the world, which is what it is with us, and like all good bands. Or cracks appear in the structure because people annoy each other, but we all annoy each other at some stage, but we all learn to give each other space.
How do you, if I may ask, and if you don't feel comfortable in answering this, then don't, but how do you two, not Chris, Nig and Tom, how do you feel playing in a band that is actually named after a band member, rather than calling yourself something like the Beatles or something, or the Rollins? You're actually in a specific band named after the person that invented it. Is that okay?
I love it.
Well, Chris loves it, absolutely.
Chris does,
we've never even thought about it, I don't think.
Well, we have. If you go right back to a pub meeting we had when we first got together, it was a conscious decision that it would always be
the Chris King Robinson Band.
The guitarist that people come and see, not so much the bassist or the drummer.
Because you've got to think about the songs as well, and the songs are quite guitar oriented. But I think that the great thing is, me personally, I think of Chris King Robinson as the band name.
Yeah, me too. That's
right. Rather than just being Chris on its own.
Now, you're saying that you write all your own stuff. Is that a collaboration between the three of you? Do you all
will be?
You weigh in and you have your suggestions, but I can imagine you have the final say, do you, Chris?
Well, what I like to say is that I sort of come up with the initial bare bones stripped back song, play it to the guys, and then they sort of add the magic to it and add all the little fancy arrangements, and they throw their touch into it. So in essence, it is a band collaboration. However, I might have just come up with the initial the structure.
And it's fair to say, as the song grows, and we take it out and play it live, and it gets what I call a head arrangement, where it all starts to make sense. When you play it live, you think some bits don't work, you extend solos, you take some parts out, and in the end, say one night Tom's feeling pretty cool, he'll do an amazing drum fill, and then that ends up staying in the song, which he just invented literally on the spot, and so we're always a work in progress band, and it creates itself.
Well, that was going to get to my last question, really, and I've had the bands in the studio in years gone by, and I normally finish up by asking this question: where do you get the idea for your songs, Tom, in particular? I know it's a difficult. Is it a difficult question, or
I suppose it is. For me, a lot of the songs actually have almost choruses, which is quite rare for blues. Blues doesn't normally have that sort of chorus thing, but I just have an idea, and it does stay in my head for a few weeks.
Is it based on life experiences or not?
Well, it tends to be around this catchy idea in my head, and then over that I can then put lyrics to it. And then
so is it sometimes it's the lyrics that come first, or
no,
is it
more that catchy idea at the start, but then the lyrics they're actually based on past experiences a lot of the time, but they're sort of encoded into different ways, so you can't discover what I'm talking about. But
always the art for brilliant lyricists, that is.
Yeah. Like,
so I don't want everyone knowing that I'm talking about. Thomas.
Again, Nige and I remember this. I don't know if you two lads will, but Procol Harum used to fascinate me with their lyrics. You remember Procol Harum, White Shadow Power, stuff like that?
From my hometown, from Southend.
Nobody had a clue what they were talking about, really, but they fitted all the words, didn't they?
One of the guitarists is one of Chris's favourite guitarists.
Oh, right.
Robin Trower.
Robin Trower, yeah. And of course, Gary Brooker on the keyboards as well. Are you thinking about having a permanent keyboard player?
For now, we're quite happy as going as this sort of different direction. It's a really fiery trio, and it's just sort of working in a different way. So for now, we're going to stick as we are, I think, and
good luck.
Cheers.
Right, well, thank you for popping into the studio.
Thank you very much.
It's been an absolute delight talking to you as well. Let me just quickly remind people again that if you want to get involved with their debut album, which they hope to record in, is it LA, Los Angeles?
That's right, yeah.
You can pop along to their website, which is www.chriskingrobinson.com. That's all one word. Thank you, chaps, and very best of luck for the future. And I'm going to play a song now that you reckon you'd never heard before. I know Tom likes Chris Rea, and this is the long 7-minute version of A Road to Hell. Thank you, chaps.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you, Keith.